On firepower continues. President Trump sat down today with state and local school officials, and the president told them some teachers and other school employees should be armed. KCAL 9's Peter Daut is live in our newsroom with a closer look at this proposal that is generating strong opinions on both sides. Peter?
It definitely is, Jeff. Well, should teachers be locked and loaded? Today, the president proposed giving bonuses to teachers who carry guns in school.
And I'm the biggest believer of the Second Amendment that there is, okay? I am the biggest.
While President Trump says he is listening to new ideas about school safety, he emphasized arming teachers, an idea backed by the National Rifle Association.
I want certain highly adept people that understand weaponry, guns, if they really have that aptitude, because not everybody has an aptitude for a gun. But if they have the aptitude, I think a concealed permit for having teachers and letting people know that there are people in the building with guns.
The president also backed financial incentives for teachers with handguns.
We give them a little bit of a bonus. Frankly, they'd feel more comfortable having the gun anyway, but you give them a little bit of a bonus.
I think it's important to have a few armed teachers on each campus.
This retired LA Unified history teacher supports the idea and says schools should let everyone know if some of its teachers are armed.
I would put a sign out front letting the world know that some teachers are carrying a loaded firearm.
But veteran LA Unified School Police Detective Rudy Perez, speaking on behalf of the police union, says teachers are not equipped or trained to deal with the deranged gunman on campus.
Do I shoot through this wall? Who's behind this wall? We have to learn trigger control.
Detective Perez says police spend many hours learning how to avoid shooting innocent people and how to make sure their line of fire does not hit other officers.
Teachers are created to teach. That's why they went to school for teaching. Law enforcement officers chose to run at the danger.
But the president says schools that remain gun-free zones are open targets.
I think we need hardened sights. We need to let people know, you come into our schools, you're going to be dead, and it's going to be fast. And unless you do that, you're going to always have this problem.
That idea echoed by the NRA today.
It should not be easier for a madman to shoot up a school than a bank or a jewelry store or some Hollywood gala. Schools must be the most hardened targets in this country.
But the White House says it does not expect to agree with the NRA on every issue.
Is he willing to go against the NRA ultimately, because the NRA is standing firm that it does not support age limits for semi-automatic rifles? Is the president willing to stick with his?
He's willing to do what's right to ensure we have safe schools.
The president says he also wants to strengthen background checks, increase mental health services, and raise the age to buy guns from 18 to 21. The NRA has issued a statement objecting to the proposal to raise the gun buying age to 21. Back to you.